Welcome to our Future World of Work webinar. My name's Caroline from Stockport Jobs Match, and today I'll be hosting a 30-minute session featuring some fantastic guest speakers and industry experts as part of National Careers Week. This session is aimed at students and young people looking for inspiration on different career pathways, perhaps because you're choosing which subjects to study at school, college or university and what types of jobs they could lead to. Parents and carers who want to understand more about the current jobs market here in Stockport and what the careers outlook for the future looks like based on economic growth and investment. Job seekers of all ages who are considering a career change or exploring opportunities to retrain and upskill and want to know what's in demand with the employers across our borough. And careers advisors or employment support providers who want to learn about the latest labour market information to help provide accurate and up-to-date advice to learners. Now you can watch the entire webinar in one sitting as part of an assembly or class presentation, on your lunch break or during your daily commute, for example, or you can pause here and click on the links below to hear from the individual guest speakers in bite-sized 5-minute chunks. Our guest speakers for our Future World of Work webinar include So first up, I'm going to start by giving you a little bit of an introduction to career pathways here in Stockport. So Stockport is a successful and diverse economy. It has an impressive range of businesses and a highly skilled workforce that make it one of the North West's leading business locations. And despite the impact of COVID-19 over the past 2 years, we still have one of the lowest unemployment rates in Greater Manchester and significantly lower than the national rates too. We have the third largest workforce in GM, with more than 136,000 people employed in almost 14,000 businesses. Over 2/3 of our working population have professional occupations, 40% are qualified to level 4 or above, and our GCSE attainment levels are consistently higher than the UK averages. Plus, our average weekly pay rate is £40 higher than the national average, with Stockport workers taking home an average of £600 per week. But why does it matter? Well, it means that Stockport is a great place to work, with a good outlook for jobs and future investment and a competitive edge in a broad range of sectors. It's the reason that we're home to global organisations, well-known brands and innovative startups. Alongside Stockport's great connectivity and transport links and the broad range of business premises from offices to industrial units, having a highly skilled workforce to help those businesses grow for the future is really important. Understanding what these businesses and employers want now and in the future helps us to invest in the right skills, training and qualifications to create a thriving Stockport economy where everyone has the opportunity to achieve their ambitions for many years to come. So, what are the key areas of growth that we should be looking out for? Well, according to the latest statistics, our biggest sectors for jobs currently in Stockport are wholesale and retail, human health and social care, professional, scientific and technical, administration and support services, manufacturing, education, leisure and hospitality, marketing, media and communication, energy and utilities, and transport and logistics. Looking ahead to the future, that picture is unlikely to change drastically. So any of these industries would be a safe bet for your future career choice. However, some sectors are more likely to grow rapidly based on key trends we know are on the horizon, due to both global and national trends, but also based on regional investment and local priorities for Stockport's economic growth. First up, as a sector to watch out for, is IT and digital. Here in Stockport and across Greater Manchester, we're home to a thriving tech hub for disruptive, industry-leading successful firms, as well as emerging unicorn startups. In 2019, Manchester leapfrogged other major cities to become the fastest growing tech hub in Europe. And despite the pandemic, this trend has continued, and it's set to be a big area of growth and investment, with companies both large and small anticipating significant expansion. Plus, it's a key pillar of Stockport's Borough Plan to invest in tech skills and create a digitally confident workforce with the competencies needed for the future, as companies of all shapes and sizes embrace business transformation, technological advancement, automation, the need for enhanced security, data analytics, agile working and more. So with plenty of demand, a range of entry routes and endless ways to grow and develop a career in IT in Stockport, it's definitely a safe bet when it comes to future career choices. Next up, we have manufacturing, engineering and scientific. So if you believed everything we watched on TV or in the movies, you'd think that nobody in the UK actually works in manufacturing anymore. Apparently, the entire industry is run by robots with astonishing efficiency. Well, that's not actually true. The UK is the 9th largest manufacturing nation in the world, with an annual output of 192 billion, directly employing more than 2.6 million people and making up 11% of gross value added. We are a world leader in aviation, second in the world in defence, and still have a large automotive industry. We're also a big investor in British construction, nuclear, steel and plastics, and let's not forget chemical, scientific and pharmaceutical, which played a pretty big role in the last few years. So, we do still make a lot in Britain, and Stockport is no exception. From food production companies like Allied Bakeries in Bredbury, to world-leading military bridges from WFEL in Heaton, Mersey, to global semiconductor manufacturer Nexperia based in Hazel Grove. There's plenty of groundbreaking design, engineering and production happening right here on our doorstep. And with major investment in all these areas, a career in the manufacturing and engineering sectors will be a good pathway with great prospects and earnings potential for many years to come. Lastly, we have a couple of obvious areas for sector growth, all linked to the Stockport local and borough plans, which Richard Mortimer from Stockport Council is going to talk about next. You only need to look out of your window, take a drive or walk around our town and district centres or glance at the news headlines to know that there's lots of changes happening here in Stockport. This includes major construction works and investment to improve our transport network, build sustainable housing and the infrastructure needed in the right places to support current and future generations, as well as a key focus on the climate emergency and investing in the green economy to create new jobs, whilst also protecting what we value most in Stockport in terms of our environment and community and heritage assets. Due to these exciting plans for growth, we need to be able to deliver the essential services our local residents rely on, be it adequate health and social care for our ageing population, to the best leisure, hospitality, retail and tourism facilities available via our independent retailers, growing nighttime economy and increasing visitor numbers who want to find out what Stockport has to offer. So whether you're returning to the workforce after a period out, considering a new sector to give your career prospects a boost, or thinking about where your future career could take you, you should feel confident that Stockport's employers now, and our employment prospects for the next 10 years and beyond, have plenty to offer you. If you want to know more about the different career pathways, including the latest labour market insights, how different sectors have been affected by the pandemic and the future jobs outlook, as well as entry requirements and average salaries, for example, head over to Stockport Jobs Match to visit our new careers hub. We have a range of guides, employer videos, career stories and resources, practical tips for job seekers to help you start or develop your career in Stockport.
Hello, I'm Richard Mortimer. I'm the Head of Economy, Work and Skills here at Stockport Council. I'm here to talk to you today about the economic plan that we're producing in Stockport. It's a really exciting time. I think you've already heard that we've got a very vibrant and strong economy in Stockport, which is true. But we're also looking to the future, and you guys looking at careers and jobs and opportunities in Stockport are our future. Within the plan, we've managed to identify strands of work where there's going to be growth in our economic sectors, but also the need for us to provide specific support for young people to get into those job opportunities and to build the future of Stockport together with us. In order to achieve that, what we'd like to do is to set up the best opportunities for you to connect with the world of work. We're going to be talking to employers about what more they can do to help to make that happen around work experience opportunities and placements. But also we're going to look at how we can support you to find out the information you need to make informed choices about where your future lies and the kind of work you would like to do. Within the economic plan, we've arrived at 4 key pillars or themes: being fair and inclusive as an economy, being enterprising and productive, being climate friendly and resilient, and also being accessible and connected. Fair and inclusive is a really important pillar. We know that we need to open opportunities to all people equally, and that would include young people such as yourselves. With regard to being enterprising and productive, we have around 14,000 businesses in Stockport, and we know that nearly 80% of those have 7 or fewer employees in them. That's a really important opportunity because besides working for someone else, you might want to consider starting your own businesses and working for yourselves. Lots of opportunities there in Stockport to do that. Being climate friendly and resilient is also key. I think we're all feeling the effects of climate change, but in terms of our economy, there'll be lots and lots of job opportunities and work opportunities in that sector. Lots of things to be done around making our buildings more efficient, but also developing new technologies that will help to improve the situation for us going forward. And with regards to being accessible and connected, we're doing lots of work to bring fast broadband and much better bandwidth into Stockport, as well as all our transport infrastructure being upgraded, and you'll see that, for example, in the transport interchange that's being built at the moment. One of the key things I'd like to say is, regardless of what you choose to do, you need to have the right behaviours to excel and to do well in your chosen career. Whether you're going to be making pizzas, working in digital creative media, or in an office like I do, you need to be doing the right things in the right way to get the best out of yourself and to make the best contribution to your employer and to our economy. So with regards to what employers say to us about their experience of employing young people and what they're looking for, there's a lot of good news. They recognise you've got great skills, that you've got a lot of talent and energy and creativity, and you bring an awful lot to their businesses, and that is really, really good in terms of a starting point. Sometimes though, they do say that they feel young people aren't quite ready for some of the demands that you will face in work. That might be things like making sure that you're on time, that you're dressed correctly, that you've got the right kind of attitude and approach to dealing with colleagues in the workplace, or when you're working with customers, how you represent their businesses for them. Those are all things that can be taught and you can learn, but I would encourage you to kind of think about those in advance and just reflect on how you might conduct yourself and prepare yourself for an interview with an employer where you're going to demonstrate to them that you're a really good quality person that has an awful lot to offer to them. There are lots of resources available for you to look at, to research and prepare for work. Think about the kinds of businesses you might want to work for and what you can find out about them. Online resources are really useful. Stockport Jobs Match has a wealth of stuff on there which I'd recommend you have a look at. Really good content and material which will be very helpful to you. I would encourage you to have a look and see what kind of businesses are in Stockport and what you can find out about them. Have a look and see whether you could contact them to do work experience with them and express your interest in being part of their business. It's important for you to think about your career longer term and where you want to be and what opportunities are there in Stockport's economy to help you to get there, but also what can you give back to Stockport's economy. As I said, you guys are the future and you've got an awful lot to bring and contribute to us to help make us more successful than we already are. So I hope you'll agree that you can see Stockport is changing. It's a really exciting time. There's a hell of a lot going on. We've set that out in our One Stockport Borough Plan, which you can find online, which will tell you about our ambition and our aspirations, which we want you to be part of. There's a lot of support available for you around preparing for work, doing CVs, applications, interview skills, etc., some pre-employment courses. So don't feel that you're on your own. There's an awful lot of help and support out there that will guide you and help you get into the best possible job and have the best possible career. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name's Claire Walker and I'm an Enterprise Coordinator in the Bridge GM team at Greater Manchester Combined Authority. I work behind the scenes with your child's school or college in Stockport to ensure that your son or daughter is getting high quality careers and skills education, and furthermore the advice and guidance they need to ensure that they're suitably informed about the choices, options and pathways open to them after they leave school or college. Mayor of Greater Manchester, Andy Burnham, wants this area to be a successful and prosperous region for future generations. And in order for us to actually achieve this, we really need to nurture the talents of our young people and connect and prepare them for the exciting opportunities available to them in this area in the labour market. The Bridge GM team, of which I am part, do this by growing the largest network of businesses, education leaders and careers professionals to provide young people with a careers programme that's fit for the 21st century. No one business, school, college or individual can achieve this alone. Through the Mayor's various young people priorities and campaigns, we believe that bringing everyone together with one common purpose will increase the chance of success for all of our young people. Bridge GM, of which I am part, actually is the engagement tool that underpins this ambition. And I'm now going to mention a couple of the priority mayoral campaigns that your son or daughter is already benefiting from or soon will because of the age they are and the year they are in school. Most of these, as I say, are delivered and coordinated through your child's school. We feel it's important, very important in fact, that you as parents and carers know all about them too. So you can take that special, exciting and important journey with your child and prepare them for their futures after leaving school or college. First one I'm going to mention is GMAX. GMAX stands for the Greater Manchester Apprenticeship and Career Service and is an online platform where young people can explore the choices open to them and develop the tools to start working life. You can find GMAX easily via any internet search engine, and young people in schools and colleges are already using GMAX. Through GMAX, young people can discover what employers really want and what they have to offer. As they manage, build and amend their own career plans, they can ask questions and be signposted to different services through a live chat. It's been co-developed with young people, and that includes information and support with other topics that young people have told us are important to them through the Young People's Guarantee. Meet Your Future, which is another one of the Mayor's campaigns, is the opportunity to network for your child to network and have encounters with businesses and employers. This academic year, we've continued to deliver on the mayoral Meet Your Future campaign and offer virtual opportunities to young people to connect with Greater Manchester employers, experiencing some workplaces and learn all about the changing labour market. Via Microsoft Teams, we will be delivering 70 sessions this academic year, aligning to different national campaigns and weeks. For instance, Women in Engineering Day and LGBT History Month. Each session will allow young people to connect with employers that represent them and their communities, which can support young people to realise their aspirations and challenge stereotypes. All of the sessions have been recorded and can be seen again on GMAX and also on our own YouTube channel. We're supporting schools and colleges to utilise the recorded sessions and activities within different curriculum areas to support the implementation of careers right throughout the curriculum. So, onto something a bit different. Has anybody heard of Our Pass? Our Pass is a membership scheme for young people who live in Greater Manchester, and it enables them to travel within the Greater Manchester area to get to college, to get to training providers, to get to opportunities that are going to enhance and get them where they want to be in the future. It's eligible for young people who are at college or actually on an apprenticeship, and the eligibility can be seen if you go onto the Our Pass website. First of all, it's free bus travel across Greater Manchester. For a one-off admin fee, members can travel on most local buses any day of the week for free. No hassle, no fuss, no tickets, just a card that will get you where you want to go. Members can also get half price off-peak one day and weekend travel cards on Metrolink. Secondly, as well as the travel, the membership unlocks exclusive offers and experiences, discounts, special offers, free tickets, swimming and leisure passes, merchandise, teacher sessions and much, much more. So who is actually Our Pass for? So it's eligible for young people who live in Greater Manchester. The travel pass can be used for up to 2 years, starting from the 1st of September after your child's 16th birthday and until the 31st of August after your child's 18th birthday. You can continue to use your iGo card until you become eligible for our pass, and iGo cards expire on the 31st of August after the 16th birthday. Finally, but very importantly, I'd like you all to know as well that all the schools and colleges in Stockport have been linked up with the Jobs Match team from Stockport, which allows students and parents to benefit from some really exciting and informative activities and events. These have also included teacher resources and schemes of work to support careers-related learning in all subject areas, PSHE, dedicated career slots, assemblies and phone time. If you want to find out any more about some of the things that I've mentioned, do please speak to your child about them. And if you require any further information from what I've actually talked about, this also can be found on GMAX. Additionally, you can always get in touch with your child's school, and you would want to speak to the careers leader who can tell you more about how they're actually customising their careers programme and how your child is benefiting. Thank you so much for your time. Good night.
Hi everybody, happy National Careers Week. I'm Emma. I'm a Youth Development Lead in the Outreach team at the Prince's Trust, Greater Manchester. Thank you for taking the time to join me today for this webinar. I just wanted to highlight all the exciting opportunities that we have available here for you at the Prince's Trust. So firstly, for anyone that's not familiar with the Prince's Trust, I'll give you a quick overview of the Prince's Trust. We believe that every young person should have the chance to embrace exciting opportunities. So we help and support 11 to 30-year-olds just like you to find tools and build confidence to help you progress and follow your passion, whether that is into education, employment or training. So how do we do that? Well, we have a range of incredible courses and training opportunities that will help improve your confidence and well-being, teach you new skills and allow you to test the water with a new industry. We also support young people's well-being and mental health and help young people access inclusive employment opportunities. So we have a range of courses available at the Trust, so I'm just going to take you through a few of those now. So if you're not sure what your next step should be and you want to gain some confidence or meet new people, our Team and Explore programs are really perfect for you. So our team program is a 12-week course that provides you with a wealth of essential skills and experience while taking part in community projects and placements. So you'll work as a team, you'll build relationships and meet new people, and at the end of the program you get support with your CV and your progression options to help you find the right path. So whatever you want your next steps to be, you get support with that. And on our team program, 3 out of 4 people on team go on to work or college courses within 3 months after the program. We also have our Explore program, which is another fantastic opportunity to consider. So if you're looking to improve your teamwork, want to combine one-to-one support and group activities with a residential trip and opportunities to support in the local community and work with a variety of young people, then Explore is a perfect program for you. So it really helps you to build your confidence and skills and take those next steps to move forward. So if you are thinking about employment or what career path you might want to take, we have 3 fantastic courses for you. So we have our Get Started course, our Get Into course, and our Get Hired course. So these courses will help you find the right fit. If you're not sure what you want to do next, or you just want to try something new, our Get Started courses introduce you to a range of different industries, teaching you a range of skills along the way. So we cover everything from music to fashion to tech to marketing to anything you can think of in a really fun, practical, hands-on environment. Then the next step is our Get Into courses. So they help you take the first step into landing your dream job. So from retail to healthcare, we partner with the UK's top employers to offer you expert training, work experience, CV and interview advice and interview opportunities as well.
And then finally, we have our Get Hired courses, which offer exclusive job opportunities with some of the leading companies in the UK. You'll have interview support and training, followed by a chance to interview for a range of entry-level roles. And you'll get feedback on your interview as well. Then finally, for all the budding entrepreneurs, we have our enterprise program. So this program will provide you all the support, mentoring and funding that you need to set up your own business. So if you have something that you do in your spare time or something you enjoy doing that you might not have thought you could turn into a business, this is a fantastic program for you. Perfect for lots of people. So to date, we've managed to support over 1 million young people, and that's always growing. So if you want to start something new, then get in touch with one of the team by visiting manchester.princes-trust.org.uk. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to this presentation delivered on behalf of the National Apprenticeship Service. My name is Matt and I'm going to take you through a very quick introduction to apprenticeships, traineeships and T-levels. So let's start with apprenticeships. What is an apprenticeship? Well, it's a job with training. So an apprentice is employed, they go to work, they do a real job, and by doing that job, they gain work experience. But the apprentice is also going to continue studying and working towards certification and qualifications exactly the same as you're doing at school. So therefore, at the end of an apprenticeship, you have work experience, but you also have an underpinning qualification as well. So an apprentice is employed by a real business and they get a contract to employment, same as all the other members of staff. But unlike all the other members of staff, you're going to have 20% of your working week set aside for you to continue that studying and continue that learning. Now, apprentices, of course, are paid a salary for the job that they're doing, and they're paid for 100% of the time they work at their work. So the employer actually pays for the 20% of your week when you're studying and learning. Apprenticeships must last a minimum of 1 year, and some of the degree apprenticeships can go up to 6 years in length as well. You may be surprised to learn that there are over 650 different types of apprenticeships available across England. In Greater Manchester, in the wider Northwest, around 400 of those are available. Apprenticeships also range in different levels as well, going from equivalent to GCSE up to master's degree level apprenticeships. And what that means is there's an entry point for everybody, whether you'd like to go into an apprenticeship at the end of year 11 or after college or later on in life. But it also means you can progress up those levels as well. So you could start on an intermediate apprenticeship and eventually progress up to a degree level apprenticeship. The important thing to remember though with apprenticeships is they're not an easy option. You are working almost full time, 80% of your time, and you are studying for 20% of the time. So you are juggling a real job with real responsibilities and continued study. These logos just represent a small proportion of some of the very large employers who recruit from schools and from colleges across Greater Manchester and the wider Northwest. You'll recognise some of these logos. Some of these businesses aren't too far away. AstraZeneca, for example, Siemens. So how do you go about finding an apprenticeship? Well, if you're in year 11 or year 13 and you're thinking about apprenticeship as next step, now is certainly the time you should be looking for opportunities. And the best place to do that is a government website called Find an Apprenticeship. You can register on there. You can use the search function to find the type of apprenticeship you're looking for. You can also apply through that website as well. Traineeships then. Traineeships are like a pre-apprenticeship. So if you're not quite ready for an apprenticeship and feel like you need a little bit extra support after leaving school, this is available for you and is available between the ages of 16 to 24. And it's got 3 key components. It's got some English and maths and IT skills for those who haven't achieved grade 4 in English and maths at school. It's got some classroom time spent working on employability skills, for example, building CVs, interview practice, completing applications. And crucially, there's a work experience element in it as well, where you'll go to a real workplace and do a real job in preparation for you to move on to an apprenticeship. Now, I must add at this point, the work experience placement on a traineeship is unpaid, although all your expenses are covered. Now, your traineeship will last anything between 6 weeks and 12 months, and the training providers who deliver those design them around you. So if it's only going to take you 2 months to be ready for an apprenticeship, it will be a 2-month program. If it's going to take you 6 months to be ready for an apprenticeship, it will be a 6-month program. T-levels then are the new opportunity on the block. They are for Year 11 leavers looking to go into college to do a vocational qualification. So they're slightly different from the existing BTECs. They're more on a par with A-levels in terms of how challenging they are. But they're an alternative to A-level. They're a technical alternative to A-level, hence the T-level phrase. And it's the opposite of an apprenticeship. You work 80% of the time, you study 80% of the time, and you work 20% of the time. Now, again, this is an unpaid industry placement, but you will do 45 days across your 2-year T-level program. T-levels have been designed by employers as well, so that they're fit for purpose for you to go straight into employment. And at the end of your T-level, you have the opportunity to go off to university. All three universities in Greater Manchester will accept T-level leavers onto degree programmes, or you could go into higher or degree apprenticeships. And finally, just a little comparison table that highlights some of the main differences between apprenticeships, traineeships and T-levels. If you'd like any further information, I would always recommend looking at the amazing apprenticeships website, where there's a huge range of resources available. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.